started to get a bit wary of new fads in wine. There's a French chap who used to work with me for a short time about 16, 17 years ago, who asked me one day, Chris, what do you think about brands in wine? I said, well, I don't know what you mean in reference to what. And he said, should I invent a Le Sauvignon brand? Bland, yeah, quite. And he was interested and thought that this might be a way for French people to sort of promote Frenchness or their own winery through a branded nosing. And history has shown us in the last since that some branding works very well. But I'm always wary of it when it comes without obvious high quality in the bottle. What you have here in this brand from Aubert and Mathieu, two, as they say themselves, rule breakers in the south of France. Oh gosh, don't break the rules, just follow them, please. Anyway, what we have here is a brand of kind of modernness yet tradition. They're pulling back from local history, and there's Amy, who herself was an American actress who landed up in France, then the south of France, then in Paris, and had a career, dazzling audiences. What's the wine like? There's a kind of a issue, isn't there, about how you get seen. There's a lot of noise, and cutting through that noise can be tricky. So I'll pick up another bottle if I wanted to. No, it would confuse it, and say, what about that brand, or what about that story? It is difficult to get a message across when there is, quite bluntly, too much wine in the world. So high quality wine from the south of France is something that's just good anyway. If they claim they're breaking the rules, well, I'm interested, but only if the wine is good. And actually, in this case, the wines are really good. All the wines they make are brilliant. They're not all from the same place. They're from different pockets of Languedoc and Roussillon. Some of them are really expensive places to grow grapes, and other ones are much less expensive. But all the time, they make they make wines that are made from grapes that are old vines, that are organically grown, manually harvested, and when they get to the winery, they are really carefully vinified. So they don't over pump, they don't over extract, they don't use tons of new oak in their winemaking unless they think the wine can handle it. So in this example, you've got 60% Grenache, 40% Syrah, something like that. Little bit, it varies from vintage to vintage. They're kind of not specific about it for this one. But what you get then is that classic south of France feel of a bit of spiciness, a little bit of plum, but with some stewed fruit notes as well on the top. But here, not only do you get that, you get this wonderful purity of texture because of the organic fruit and because of the respect that they have for that fruit in the winery. So marketing aside and branding out of the question, this is a really delicious glass of wine. Then you can start to say, oh yeah, that's kind of cool, I like what they're doing, and I'll go and see if I can find any more wines within that brand range. So they win in the end, but only if the wine is good. And in this case, I think it really is, and I hope you do too.